Good morning. Today you guys are going to create a song for a radio station. You'll need to follow the steps below and you'll need to take a screenshot of each step you did. So if you don't, you're going to spend Monday's lunch with me repeating the lesson. If you have any technical difficulties, please ask another student for help. If you haven't installed the sounds, I'm going to show you how to do that and you can go see Mrs. Breton. Or if that doesn't work, a couple of you guys can work with another student. So the first thing we're going to do is open up GarageBand and create an 8-bar intro for your song. I have a video of how to do that, and then I'm going to ask you to stop the video and try it out. So the first thing you do is open up GarageBand. Now if it looks like this and there isn't anything there to open, just go to GarageBand, quit GarageBand. That's happened to a couple of my students, and then you just open it up again. And then this is a little bit important that when you go to create a new song, this is going to be easier for you if you go to new, File, New, Empty Project, and then choose the microphone. And the reason why we're choosing the microphone is because it's a blue track and we can drag loops into it. And it's not going to fill up our whole track window. So the first thing you have to know is what is a measure. And a measure is just 4 beats. It's how we organize them. So you count to 4. And you can see the beats right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's another measure. So we're going to create an 8-bar measure that will end here. And so that the next part of the song is going to start at 9. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I got to show you guys how to download the sounds also if you haven't. So you go to GarageBand Sound Library, and if you've already done it, this should be grayed out. If you haven't, you can install some sounds by clicking on them, and then a password will pop up. So the first thing I'm going to do is start out my song, and if your radio station has a style, I'm going to hit. The first thing I should probably show you how to do if that doesn't pop up. This is the loop library. This little loop thing. And the first thing I'm going to do is pick my genre. Now, if you did country, that could be rock blues. Country could be indie, will sound good with it, funk. So basically this whole row. If you did hip hop, basically anything on this row will sound really good with your style. If you did pop, you could choose any of these loops, to be honest with you. You can also type in descriptors. So if you wanted to do pop, look at all these things that popped up in the search. So the search engine's right there. Or if I wanted to do rock. The easiest way is to just choose a genre. So I'm going to choose country, and then I'm going to choose an instrument, all drums. So you notice there's not many drum beats, so I'm going to go ahead and listen to them. That one will sound great for the verse. This one's softer, so I'm going to use it for my intro. So then I'm going to drag it in, and then I'm going to make it 8 measures long. So that means it ends at 9. See how I put my mouse here? It just dragged it. So then I'm going to go click on the drums again. It just resets it. Then I'm going to click on a bass. I'm going to find a bass that sounds good with it. So I like to just loop the section. So this is how you loop things. And just try out sounds. I like that one. So I'm going to drag it in, but I'm not going to start it, and I'm going to get rid of this little loop thing. That's important. I'm not going to start it till it gets to measure 4. So how I do that is I just drag it, or measure 5, sorry. I'm going to drag it to start at measure 5, and then I'm going to end it at, actually, at this point, I'm going to make this my idea for the song. So I'm going to drag it till the end of my song, which is measure 25. So I'm going to go ahead and play the beginning. I didn't like that, so I'm going to come in right away with the bass. So I'm going to move that closer. Then hit go beginning. That sounds great. Then then I think what I'm going to do is add a new drum beat. So I'm going to go back to my drums and click off the bass, go to all drums. I think this is the beat I liked. So this is going to be the beat for my whole song. So I'm going to drag that in there and drag it to measure 25. So that's kind of like the backbeat of my song. So this is called the rhythm section. I think I'm going to, for my intro, add another instrument. So let me go to genre, country, rock, and blues. And then I'm going to go to acoustic guitars. This time I'm going to choose a different genre. I'm going to choose rock blues because there isn't much there. So I'm going to go ahead and try it out. Try out some rock guitars. Ew, that doesn't sound good. Those definitely don't work, so I'm going to choose a different one. Ooh, I like that. So you just kind of have to try them out and listen. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that to come in at, I think I'm going to start at measure 7. So I'm going to hear what that sounds like. So that's how you create an intro. So I'd like you to stop the video and go create your intro. Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to make the rest of our song. So one of the things I'm going to do is take this little intro riff and I'm going to make it go to measure 17. And the reason why is because I'm going to create a verse with it. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I need another instrument in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get my loop going. You can drag this loop thing, this 4-bar loop, so I can kind of listen to the sounds and try them out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and choose another instrument. So I'm going to stay in rock and blues. I'm going to see if there's any organs. There's not much organs there, so let's try another style. Well, I'll try these out, see if they sound good. That sounds great. The first one was obnoxious, but I'm going to drag that in there. I'm going to have that come in at measure 9, so that'll be kind of like my verse idea, and stop it right here at 17. So I'm going to get rid of this loop thing, and here's what my verse sounds like. I guess that didn't loop for some reason. Let me try that again. I'm going to delete it and try it again. So I drag it in here, measure 9, and then I loop it. There it goes. So what I'd like you to do is to have your verse have at least drums, bass, and 2 melodic or harmonic ideas. So just a reminder, harmony instruments are ones that can play more than one note, like the piano or guitar, or the keyboards and synth. So have some fun and stop the video and create a verse. Okay, welcome back. We're going to create your chorus for your song. So the next thing you're going to do is we're going to start at measure 17. And I'm going to go back to find my classic rock steel sound. So I'm going to change it. So I'm going to go back to instruments and go, I think I was on acoustic guitars and classic rock. There they are. So I had this one going. So I'm going to go ahead and get my loop thing going at measure 17 and try out some other ideas. Ooh, that sounds great right away. So this is going to be my chorus. So the parts have changed. And so that's going to go all the way from measure 17 to 25. So I'm going to go ahead and play that. Now I'm going to get rid of this little loop thing now that I did that, and check out the transition between the verse and the chorus. Hey, I'm doing a little video.